YouTube! Quick video since you've already had 2 other videos today. Skull Electrics and a big long boring walk. Guitar time. So this is my pal Andrew's. He's a bit of a muse nut. I assume Drone 27 has something to do with it. These bits of tape are telling me what he wanted me to do with the switches and stuff. Just move it about. This has a... not the Fernandez Sustainer. I don't think it's the Sustainiac one either. I think this is the one that's made in... is it Indonesia or something like that? It's like a kind of sort of bootleg thing, which I fitted to it. Oh, I wrote the date on the back, I think 2 years ago, something like that. So he wanted me to get rid of, there was a kill switch here. He wanted rid of that. I had a push button switch here, which has now got a 3-way toggle, which it was actually really difficult for me to work out how to make a 3-way, like a normal pickup selector switch into a kill switch. It's just so easy that I was looking for something much more complicated than it is. Basically, you just put when you so we've got in the middle, it's off, down, on, up, on, which does kind of. I think the idea was, I mean, you could kind of click over it and be on, but you can do it so fast that you can't actually hear it working. So what you do is you kind of sit on it. Something like that. I'm not very good at doing such things. Down here we've got a coil choice switch, which gives you north and south coil on the one pickup. This isn't a pickup, it's a sustainer. Volume, change the volume pot because the one that was in it was wrong. Also, you might notice a difference in this because it's a, sorry Andrew, you've got a, it was an A500 that was in it, now it's a B500, even though he bought the wrong pots. It's just one of those things, it's like, it always seems to happen. See, you get 2 different lengths of pot, right? You get sort of normal ones and you get long ones. The normal ones go on a scratch plate, you know. And the problem with a guitar when you don't have a scratch plate is you're having to go through wood, so it's got to go through 5mm or something of wood, so you need extra long pots. If in doubt, I think just buy the longer ones and you can put washers on it to kind of lower it down. So we've got the high and low sustain. It's only got one switch on it. This, or it's got an on switch for the sustainer and a high and low thing, whereas the Fernandez one I just fitted the other day had another switch. No, it didn't. It just basically, instead of having the low normal mode and harmonic mode, it's got a 3-way switch, which is kind of somewhere in between the two. Yeah, tone. He wanted me to try and make the coil choice switch into this the pickup selector here, but it just I spent an hour at least trying to work out some way of doing it with it can't be done. You can't do a coil choice switch with a normal pickup selector switch. It just doesn't work. It's just the switch doesn't do what it needs to do. Yeah, so instead what I did was I changed it. This has got like a, basically it's just like a tone cap it's got on it to make it sound a bit like you've got a neck pickup, which I've changed the cap in it. I've turned it off. Yeah. So it's kind of doing that. Yeah, so I've not actually put the... thought I heard a crackle. There's a new pot. I'm still using the Carlsberg 200 watt PA. It's not a PA, the 250 watt new tone amp. Just because I haven't bothered to bring the orange back through. No pedals on or anything like that. Yeah, so I suppose have a wee bit of a jam. Go on and see if I can get the sustainer on this to work. I think I didn't do a really good demonstration of the sustainer last week. It's just, I'm not willing, I can't be bothered putting the amount of time in it takes to learn how to do it properly. I think, so just turning it on and fanning about with it's one thing, but it's a wee bit like slide as well. If you really love listening to slide, you'll put the effort in and learn how to play slide. I don't really love listening to slide. There's not really anything in a sustainer that says, oh, I really want to be able to do that. I mean, it's great, it's cool, I love it, but it's not like there's not like a desire deep down to, oh, I must conquer this. So I kind of really just fanny about with it. So that's just Well, there only is one bridge pickup. Sustainer on. Yeah. Harmonic modes. Due by extensive knowledge of Morse code, dot 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 dash 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 dot dot dot. Where's my phone? Hold on a sec. Sorry, that was about the panda. I can't decide whether it's good news. I had a look in below. I don't see any leak, and it's like a puddle in the driveway. It's definitely leaking diesel for something. So he's going to have a double check tomorrow morning. Because I don't think I just told his wife, it's like, up here, it's leaking diesel, blah blah blah, and he was like, I think he was looking at the back of the car. Just bad communication. So hopefully, be nice if that gets sorted. It's really difficult. It's only been a couple of days without a car, and it's suddenly like, up here. Oh, I'll go and get. Oh, I did manage to get my Scalextric set. What the video you saw earlier on. The kill switch doesn't completely kill the guitar either. Neither does the volume. But to mutilate the one sort of Muse riff I kind of half recognise. And that's as much Muse as I know. So it's definitely I can't remember. Quite obviously. Yes, so it needs a little bit of work to learn how to actually utilise a sustainer properly. I do quite like the way basically you can just play away on like just as normal without doing anything, and it's just when you stop and hold the note. So you just Yes, I have a sneaky suspicion that this switch will break, just from excessive use of it. But it might not. I think it's a wee bit better with So I put a 0.22 cap on this, just because it does less. But I'm using my wee unit thing that I built. Still sitting there. There, a wee unit thing, which has different types of caps on it, or two different caps on it. So I now kind of know what the difference between the two is, because I can just actually plug a guitar in and go, oh. So it's basically just like having the 0.22 on full bung, which is fine. But I think it's better. It's really just, I think the Fernandez system, it's got a 5-way switch on it. There's an awful lot more circuit board in the Fernandez system. I think part of that circuit board is it's got like a preamp in it, so that when you take your bridge pickup and try to make it sound like the neck pickup, like what this is doing, it boosts it, and then it's got some sort of active EQ thing to make it sound more like a neck pickup. This one is basically just like turning I could put it into my Shocking Bird, whatever it is, somewhere, the one that's just got like a Telecaster or one pickup. I could literally just put a switch that puts the cap to earth on it, which is what this is doing, which actually might not be such a bad idea to do that anyway. I mean, it is more necky, bridgy. Nice volume control now, though. Oh, what I didn't mention, kind of done this video in a slightly odd order. This is not the Manson one. This is the Cort one, apparently. But he put bits on. You might have seen a video. This was Andrew had a great idea of putting like a blue LED thing round it. I think the guy in Muse has one of them. So he fitted one. I think it was like, I don't know if it was Christmas tree lights, but it was something, that kind of thing. Wasn't hundreds of pounds. Round the outside of the guitar. It was like, he turned it on. It looked phenomenal. And when it pulsed and everything, but see the pulsing, it came through the pickup as the same volume as the pickup. So he's like, I'll turn the light on, beep, 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 like a truck reversing, which is really annoying. I think the last time I had this guitar, I was like, is there any way you can make this not beep? And I was trying to isolate it and all that. But it's just the thing is, you can't have like a thing that drives an LED tube thing designed for going in a shop window 6 inches away from a guitar pickup and not expect it to come through. So, fun. And you'll be watching this down in Sheffield, because I think he's going down to Sheffield tomorrow, he said. But he's picking up this guitar tonight. He's going to take this with him with his monster new. Need to do another monster pedal boards of doom thing with his. He might actually turn up with it tonight. I don't know. He did a video before, and he's got another one, a bigger one, and it's this thing. It's not that many pedals. What do you call it? Is it a rig master or something like that? It's one of these, like, it's sort of like it's basically just a like true bypass loop sort of thing. It's maybe, I don't know, 10-foot switches or something like that sits, and there's like maybe half a dozen or however many wee dip switches next to each one of these things. So basically, when you stomp on channel 1, button 1, it's like you can choose which effects pedals that you've got on the board as well. It's which ones you turn on, so you can have like channel 1 has got the chorus on and the distortion on, and then button 2 it's like it's got the distortion on, but instead of the chorus it's got, just putting wee dip switches on. It's got the fuzz and all these things. Certainly a very confusing and heavy bastard of a thing it is. That would struggle to fit on the floor in here. But I need to do another pedal boards of doom. Yeah, so don't see sustainers very often, end up with 2 in the same week. That's just always how it goes. I seem to remember there being maybe about 2 years ago, I had Flying V month, where it's like, I've got a Flying V, right? And I've maybe had, a couple through, and ended up with like 4 in 2 weeks. It's like, I don't know whether people even for getting them fixed. So just goes, up your ass, but I'll come with a flying V. I should sell mine. I'll put it on, and then I end up buying it. Anyhow, rock on. Catch you later. Saturday night special tomorrow night, and then Sunday night live stream on Sunday.